Hey guys, good morning and happy Wednesday and happy holiday Friday and a happy Thanksgiving to everybody if I don't see you tomorrow. Um, I want to talk about the flat Earth today. Yesterday I spent a lot of time watching Blue Marble Science. I enjoy his stuff. He sounds very, he's very intelligent. I like his demeanor, very laid back. Um, And I think he was debating Nathan Oakley, which I'm sure you guys all know. That guy can strike me. He can be very rude. He's always making references to penises and dicks and whatnot. And I always wonder about guys like that. Um, anyway, not to get into not to get into another subject. And then there's the other guy, fuck it word or puck it word. Um, he annoys me too. I don't know if it's a combination of his syntax, the way he speaks, combined with what he says, that just drives me insane because he sounds very intelligent, but the words don't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, all right. See, here's the thing that was driving me kind of crazy yesterday. These guys were getting into deep discussions, which I enjoyed, about science. It was about compasses, magnetics. And I love it. You know, there's a lot of stuff I don't know and I was learning along the way. Um, Here's the thing though. Okay, I posted this. It's a very simple thing. Like I said, I know a lot about science, but my specialty, what I've spent my life doing is art. And I spent every day, hours of my day outside. And I've seen thousands of sunrises and sunsets. I pay special attention to the clouds. I have to know exactly what color paints I'm going to use, and I spend a long time looking at nature, at trees, at clouds, at dirt, at grass, everything. To when I first started painting, you think the sky's blue, trees are brown, leaves are green, bam, and it's nowhere near like that. Everything has pretty much every color in it. For clouds, I use like 5 different paints at least. For the bark of a tree, I use at least 5 or 6 different colors, and almost no brown. So it takes a lot of observation to be a very good artist. And what I observed, I see the sun setting and rising, and I see it hitting the underside of the clouds. And it occurred to me that this cannot happen on a flat earth. It can't. The sun is never below the clouds, especially the clouds that we see in these pictures. Again, I know a lot about science, but I'm not gonna use it in these videos. I'm sure of art. That's my specialty, and I'll use that. But I think these are cumulonimbus clouds, and those are the lowest. And it doesn't really matter how high or low they are, I think, but these are very low clouds. And I'm going to show you guys some pictures. Now, I got no response. And that's another thing. I got a lot of rude and the anger. There's a lot of freaking anger, man, from flat earthers when you start debating. And I take this as, you guys are frustrated that there's not answers to the questions we're putting to you, because there's a lot of things in the flat earth that just don't add up. And I think that comes out in frustration and foul, vulgar stuff. From my point of view, if you want to believe in the flat earth, that's fine with me, man. You can believe we live on a block of cheese, and that's, no skin off my back. But where I get offended is teaching children about flat earth. That bothers me. To me, I assume in your head you perceive that you're teaching them about the lies. To me, it's almost child abuse. And another thing that really offends me is I've seen some flat earthers just dismiss and villain villainize these NASA and like the people, the astronauts that died in the space shuttle. That bothers me. To me, those are real people, and especially the people that were left here, their family. Yes, I know there's a lot of astronauts in NASA that look similar to them. That's a thing I notice with flat earthers. It is your eyes, and I know Trump talks about, don't believe what you see, believe what I tell you. Now, to me, I laugh when I hear that. So it's hard for me to tell you guys not to believe your eyes. But sometimes things, in nature just aren't what they seem. There's you guys know that. Anyway, back to the astronauts. Yeah, that offends me. I really look at those guys as heroes. And then another point I want to make too quickly is it's not just NASA, man. There's like what, 20, 30 space agencies around the world. So we were talking a huge global conspiracy. For what purpose? To keep us down? To take away our spirit? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. For me, I've seen people are driven by a couple things. On here, my videos get views, sex, drugs, violence, money. Those things get attention. And I say that because, people got to have a reason, and you guys think it's because they want to hide God and stuff. And I just don't see how that would benefit other people. Maybe power, is that what you're saying? But there's a lot of power in God, So I just don't see why there'd be this massive, expensive, so much time and energy in hiding the globe, or hiding that the world is a flat plane, as you guys think. Anyway, to these pictures, I picked, now because you guys didn't even give me any fight or any argument, I'm gonna take your side for a second, and I'm gonna say, if I were a flat earther, I'd say, well, maybe the sun is reflecting off water and coming back up and hitting the clouds. So I'll do the arguing for you. So I picked sunsets specifically in Iowa. Now these pictures, and I looked up Iowa, and it's 1,200 miles from the Atlantic, I think, and 1,800 miles from the Pacific. So it is not reflecting sunlight 1,200 miles. And if you still want to argue that it's reflecting over 1,200, 1,500 miles of sun reflecting off the ocean, which is insane, that means there's a clear line of sight for light to pass that far, which also means that you would be able to see the Atlantic Ocean from Iowa. If the light can pass this way and hit the clouds, then your vision should be able to pass the other way and see the ocean, which it most definitely cannot under any circumstances. With any telescope, can you see an ocean from Iowa? I'll bet every cent in my bank on that. So here's the pictures. I don't do this to destroy your vision, but the truth is the truth, and I'm not gonna pretend it doesn't exist. So wait one sec. Here comes the. Okay, guys. Here's a beautiful one, and you can. There's no doubt here that those clouds are being struck by sunlight from the underside. And like I said, you can see the silo. I specifically picked these pictures that were taken in Iowa. Here's another one where that's direct sunlight. That doesn't look like any reflection or anything like that. That's direct sunlight. It says it right there, Iowa sunset. This, Jesus, there's no way on a flat earth. I don't know. The sun could possibly be in that position on a flat earth if it was a hill, but the size of the sun setting this, if the earth was flat, the sun should be very small, and it wouldn't be hitting the clouds underneath. Again, this picture, there's no way. There's just no way there's no way that this could be this could happen on a flat Earth. I don't, you know, it looks like. I find myself using that phrase. It looks like, which I just condemned you guys for. So I'll be quiet right there. Now this, here we go. The sun hitting the underside of the clouds. And now, like I said, okay, so I say it looks like, but I have seen this. I've seen this 1,000 times with my own eyes. So that's why I believe these pictures, because I've witnessed this with my own eyes 1,000 times. And this one's absolutely beautiful. This is something I'm going to paint. The sun hitting the underside of the clouds. This is the kind of stuff that I study explicitly, is the purples, the pinks, the blues, the oranges. I mean, there's like 10 different colors there. It's such an amazing, beautiful picture. There's that one again. And here we go. The Atlantic Ocean. Distance 1,200 miles. 1,200 miles is the closest ocean. So it's not reflection, guys. Yeah. So that's my video for today. If you have any response or any valid response, I'd love to hear it. Thanks. You guys have a great Wednesday.